Wow, good morning. It's Friday, November 3rd, 2023. What a year. I remember in my early 40s, mid 40s, um, I would get excited about the oncoming year. What's coming to me? And I'd been kind of liberated from uh, an abusive relationship and you know was able to get myself back. And this wonderful guy that, I had put out on the shelf, not to bring out because, my environment that was so nasty and negative. Not always, but generally. Holy shit. But as I look and evaluate um, the health problems I've had this year, it just blows me away. I've been so lucky and healthy. I remember always thinking that, oh gosh, I've never had any major health issues or things like that. Especially when I'd fill out these questionnaires from a doctor, and I was like, yep, no, 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 and as I get older, it's like, yes, yes, holy shit, yes. Um, and it all comes down to uh, the stuff that I'm eating, the lifestyle, and what I mean by that is what I'm feeding my body, and is the foods that I'm eating and putting into my body, is that helping me? Is that promoting a long, healthy life? Um, and sometimes it was just excessive. I I learn about fasting, leaky gut, all the horrible processed foods that we're bombarded with. You can't even go into any convenience store and find a good healthy snack. Um, Nuts. What if you can't eat nuts? Uh, I struggle to think about what they sell that is a good healthy snack food. And then, what is a really good balanced diet? It's certainly not the balanced diet that the government tells you about, because those guys get their head in the clouds. They're, sitting in around a big room when they're around a big round table smoking crack. Seems like. I'm sure they're not, but they act like it. I mean, look at all this plastic. That everything comes in plastic. What the fuck are we gonna do with that shit once we use it? Oh, oh, oh! I know. We turn it into microplastics. It's a great additive for your water. Fucking good in your food. Yeah, why not? And those dipshits up there. I mean, isn't that a problem we should be looking at? Uh, and then what about our ocean? What about everything going on there? And and what are we doing as people to destroy it? We're doing a damn good job, that's for sure. And depleting the so many of the natural resources. The big fish are gone. You don't find them because they're all fished out. I don't know what the right answer is. I mean, eventually, we're going to be eating grasshoppers because that's, we haven't started eating them yet. Some places we do, but uh, insects, that's going to be the next, protein source, because we've destroyed everything else. We've made it so that our planet, uh, it can't really sustain our lifestyle. What can we do to change all that? And it takes all of us, you and me, and making that commitment that I'm going to do this. And then once you kind of implement that and it just happens, maybe pick something different. I don't know. Wouldn't it be nice if we just had some people without hidden agendas and that would just be real and get together and start running this country, bring the budget under control, come up with innovative ideas so that we can take our homeless people that are having a hard time in life, figure out how can we get them back on track. And even as a society, there's so many of us that get off the rails. Yeah, you might be off just, a little bit, and you're going along the side and it's all bumpity and jagged and stuff like that. But how do we support one another? And then how do we come together and solve these issues that we're faced with? Even our own health and what's within our family. I don't know. I've learned to treat people with kindness and respect. I've never been a disrespectful person any time in my life. I've never been one to spew out nasty crap to somebody that does absolutely no good. And it certainly doesn't feel good to hear it, especially if somebody that's giving it out to you that you don't respect. I don't know. We need to find more kindness. We need to help our neighbor, love the people around us, and reflect that in your lifestyle. Stay healthy. Eat good organic vegetables. You can't eat oh my gosh, all the pesticides and chemically formulated fertilizers to give you such a great, robust garden. Good Lord. Is that stuff good for us too? I don't know. Wouldn't it be nice if we just kind of went back and did things the old-fashioned way? We didn't have genetically modified produce, corn. I used to think about that as a kid, that I didn't know, but I also believed that with society, the quality of our food was not as good as it was 100 years before. And I remember those thoughts from being a 4 or 5-year-old. And you know what? I was right. I mean, 1970, here's a little kid thinking about, gosh, the poor shit quality of our food that we're eating. A 5-year-old, imagine that. And it's, I had no idea. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't have any kind of insight. But what I could tell as a kid, that they've degraded the quality of the food that we're eating. I remember as a young man, I was in A school in Virginia, standing in the chow line, and they had rolls. The very first thing was these fresh baked rolls. There's a lot of good cooks, bakers and stuff that was in the military, so my salute to you folks for keeping us sailors and other soldiers fed. But I remember thinking, gosh, I can eat all the bread I want because I was thinking, oh yeah, this is the perfect food. We've been eating bread forever. But what I didn't realize is, gosh, it's like gas for your car. It's a fuel. Well, how much fuel do you need? Well, you certainly don't need as much as we're given. I don't know. Just something to think about. Anyway, I love all you guys and take care of yourself. Love your family. Hugs.